Hey guys, well, I'm back again with my lavender piece, and as you can see I've mostly done, well I haven't done that yet, mostly done the lavender. I want to do the I'd like to do the butterfly. I was actually thinking the butterfly might be nice if I just colour it in, maybe with a bit of yellow sun. I might do that with the Inktense pencils, and then I'm going to just do bullion knots and everything on there. So I'll just colour that with the yellow sun, and then I'm going to come back in. Just thought it would be nice. Actually, I might add a little bit of the orange, because that seems to be more of an orangey yellow. There we go. Okay, that's the only bit that I've coloured in for that. And then, where are we? Tiny little bits and pieces. I wasn't going to do this. Just need a little bit of water. And activate that. So hopefully it won't bleed. Where's my tissue? Just have a bit of colour. There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better, a bit more like that colour. Okay, that's all I need to do for that, and then I'm going to stitch around it. So I'll dry that. I don't want it to bleed. What I want to do today is stitch around that, but also on my first bit I had these, and I tried, I misplaced them, but I thought I want to do a hexagon there. I think that would be nice because it's such a big place. So what I was thinking, I've still got to put those down. I had this, which was a tea cozy, and it's got this colour, which is perfect for my Christmas thing that I'm working on. But on the other side, it had these ones, exactly the same design, but perfect for each thing that I want it for. So that'll go on my Christmas runner. And then this will go on one of these. I was thinking it's just a little bit bigger than what I would like. Where are we? So move that across. Yeah, I thought I'll trace it onto here because I want it to be, you know, that's too big. So what I'm going to do is just trace around this with this one. And it needs to be, when you do English paper piecing, it really does need to be precise. So where's my scissors? Here we are. So whether I do one or a couple, I don't know. So okay. Actually, it might have to be smaller. Again. I wonder if it can get in. Probably not. What I'll do is I'll start by tracing the piece that I want. And I'm thinking I wouldn't mind that, so we know that that's going to go in the middle. Seems to be a little on the crooked side, but okay. That I will use this. That's really pretty. And that I need to cut. I mean, I probably don't even need to do, because I want to save the lace, I'm going to cut here and work my way around, because I would like to save the lace. So there we go. I really like these two as well. I think they're really pretty. So because it's only one, I'm thinking I could probably have a couple. Be nice having a couple of hexies on near each other. And just wondering if that bit of fabric that I've got is going to be the right size. What I need to do on that piece is just take 1/4 inch. That's the one that I've cut. Where's my little one? There we go. No. Oh, that'll do. Yeah, see, that's 1/4 inch. So what do I do? I just want it to be precise. So I might just use this template twice, probably. Anyway, cut that again. Yeah, because that's the actual size that we want. You have that size because it's got 1/4 inch, which you fold over. So that's better. Now, okay, so I was thinking, I do like that, but I might just cut that out, and I cut these pieces out. And maybe just stick them on there because they're white. I'm like squeaky scissors. Okay, do I want one of them? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, we'll cut one off anyway. There we go. And see how that goes. We've got a little bit extra. So everything's fallen down over here. Need to move it back. Okay. I'll put that over there. Oh, seriously? Okay. Down we go. Now, see, now I'm just going to cut. Doesn't really matter whether this is, you know, I just want to get rid of those blue marks, which when I iron it, they will come off. Now, where is my other scissors. So there we go. That needs replacing. Everything seems to be happening today. Take this out. There you go. If you haven't seen these being replaced, now you know. This is especially for these designs. Put that away. Now, what I'm going to do is just do that over there. Move that over because I always seem to hit it with my elbow. Okay, and then I may use this again for doing this, and I reckon that would be nice, having a couple of these. What do you think, peeps? Okay, messy table. Probably not the best drawing on my mat. It'd be better if you draw it on a more of a flat surface. Okay. Everything's going AWOL. Okay. I'm really happy with how the lavender has turned out. I'll run through it again if you haven't got up to this point. When I did the leaves, I initially started filling them in, doing like a satin, stitch. But then when I got to the smaller ones, I'm like, I'm gonna do. All I did was lazy daisy stitch and then filled it in. So I've got to grab my smaller scissors to snip the threads. So yeah, so I just got the lazy daisy stitch. This seems a little loose, so I'm going to just dab a little bit of glue there and just hold it down. There we go. Yeah, so these ones I filled in, and yeah, and then as I did it more, it was a lot quicker doing the lazy daisy, just a big lazy daisy, and then fill it in. Sometimes I just did it once. For the bigger ones, I did it a couple of times. So that's what I do now. Got that there. I just think two of them would be lovely because it's got just the white on the background. And that's really pretty. But I'm just thinking maybe just do that. And I think it's going to work because it is just the white on white, and I think you won't even see it. So I might just do a quick, invisible stitch. I might stitch that over the top of that. other side. I think it went overboard. There we go. If I use... Oh, seriously, I've got the dropsies today. Oh, here it is. It's underneath. I thought there was one there. I'm going mad, I swear. Now, so I'll probably just do these today rather than do, well, in the background I'd say I've just a bullion knots for there, and then I'm just going to stitch with a yellow. So I might even be finished doing it today. So it's done in 3 weeks rather than in 4. So we'll see how we go. Oh, got this guy too. I don't use it for this. I will definitely use it for something else. Okay. Okay. Maybe I need to go and press it, and then I might press that as well and come back with a folded thing. So I'll pause and I'll be back. Okay, back again. So I've just ironed everything. Going to put it down. So what I was thinking, I just took it out of that and then did that as well. So I gave this a good iron. I might have that there coming out like that, and then have that going up to the side. Part of me is wondering whether, because it's just when I took it out of the thing and ironed it down, it went weird. I might cut around it and sew it round wise. I think that's going to be better. I've still got the, yeah, there we go. So what I'll do, I'll just cut it and leave a little bit of a edge, and then I'm going to do just a bit of a, you know, I mean, it wasn't a waste of time because I did use it on that. So just, you know, you don't know what it's going to look like until you actually do it. So do it, and then I'm going to just fold it over like I did with that and do a slip stitch. I think that'll be nice, and have it on there. Banging with this scissors again. Now, where was this piece? Was I going to have that along there, or can have that piece here or here? That might be nice, covering the both of them. Could always have one there and one tiny one there. That'll work. Okay. Making work for myself, but you know, it's all good. Because folding and going around on these, and I will have to fold it around because once again, you know, it's going to go on my bed. So I think that looks nice. Yep. Okay, so we'll put that away, maybe to use for future pieces. Have that in the middle. Bango. Here goes my, I wonder. We'll have a look. We'll just cut it, have a look. I might as well utilise it. When am I going to use these colours in, you know, like it's perfect anytime soon. So we'll see how we go. Someone's starting their car outside. I've got I'm filming on Saturday, and today is my last crafternoon that I've got for the year, which is the one I do at my local church, and the girls get together, you know, from 12 to 4, and we just sit and stitch. Anyone's welcome to come along. It's really nice. Oh, it's very pretty. Is it too much? I do like those. I really don't want to waste it, so I may not. So you cut it out and you just see how you go. Okay, so I am going to put that on that side because I keep knocking it. And this, I think, this is a nice colour to go around the outside, and then just a bit around. I need to do that too. So yeah, I think it's only going to be, this might be the last part, so I'll have a opening space the following Monday to work on something else. Sometimes they are quick and sometimes they take a little bit more time to do. Okay, I've been working on my my mouse house, and it's looking rather gorgeous. Tiny little hole. I need to find my small scissors, because these need to go there. I'll move this out of the way. Just the clanking that it makes is not good, so there we go. Okay, back again. Where's my thread? Yes, so what was I saying before I got distracted? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, filming on a Saturday. Today is the last crafternoon for the year. I have December and January off because it's crazy season. So yeah, so put those aside, put that down, yeah, have it there. What I might do, so I don't have to pin it, is just do that so it'll hold for me. And because the thing is on a bit of a slant, I'm going to have to do it on a bit of a slant, but that's okay. Just need something there because it's such a big piece of blank space. Okay, now finally, how long has it taken before I get actually into some stitching? I might just go up here and then we just slip stitch it on. Basically this is like doing applique, so having a long straight needle is not bad for this. Got a tiny eye, but yeah. So how are we all going after all that? I haven't even said basically g'day. busy doing Christmas shopping. That's not that far away. It's ridiculous. So I'm glad I've at least, first time in years that I've got me decorations up early because of my beautiful pink tree. If you haven't seen my pink tree, go onto my last video that I did with making curtains for my mouse house. It's in the first, when you open, so you don't have to watch the whole video, but I bought this beautiful pink tree, and then in the first couple of minutes is me showing you the tree and showing you where I'm at in my mouse house, so you don't have to watch me do it. So if you were just watch 2 minutes of it, you can see how it's coming along. And my beautiful pink tree is so pretty. I've got another tree in the this area here is actually the the lounge room, the formal lounge room, but because it's just me and my husband, I'm using this as my studio. And then the dining lounge, like it's a combined dining lounge in the open living space near the kitchen, so that's what we're using, just to have the couch and TV and have it as a more of a lounge. So I've got a tiny little Christmas tree in there. It's one of those trees that are like trees, like one of those trees that I think I've shown it on my channel before, but this year everything that's on there, and I may show you, I might even show you at the end of this video, everything that's on there is things I've created myself that have been on the channel previously, like when I've done Christmas decorations and all that kind of stuff. So it's full of all my handmade ornaments, which is very nice. So including, because it's I made these, those mushrooms that I made, using that pattern, I made Christmas trees. And some of you, this is sort of a little bit off topic, you may have noticed I don't have the PDFs and patterns and everything anymore because it was just so much hassle. Because they were only on there for like $1 or whatever, and it was just, people couldn't download and blah blah blah. It was just annoying me, so I thought I'll just take them down. But now, in the light of things are harder to post to America than what they used to be, probably having PDFs is good, but I charged so little, but got so many complaints, it was not funny. I can't download it, can you resend it, blah blah blah. So I actually have got a video on my playlist how to download my digitals. People were just pressing on the wrong link, so I showed how to do it, and it was pretty easy. Or you just get a young person to do it for you, but they were costing like $1 or $2, and you just get so many complaints, and I'm like, seriously, people, so cheap. And me having a whinge, and it's still complaints. So I'm like, it was just not worth it. I'll just make stuff that I can send up. Okay, just went a little bit of a different direction on my website, and that way. And also people, they could have easily copyrighted all my patterns, and I just didn't want that. Just buy it for $1 or so. Even I had some for $12, but that was 12, like a block of the month, the Proverbs 31 woman, my animals and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, they could buy them and just keep photocopying them and use them or sell them off as their own. Yeah, so I just thought it's just not worth it. So easier just to get it printed onto something or send out a hard copy as a letter, because it's just paper. I can send it off as a letter, hardly cost anything, if I need to, or send it as a PDF via email. Here I'm yabbering about it and I haven't even got it anymore. What I might do is I'm just going to finish it off. Keep it attached because I'm just going to be putting that on there. Now we've got this. And I'm just going to fold over. There we go. Have it fairly centered, but I'm just going to fold and stitch as I go. Not just crease it, you know, finger press. It's teeny weeny, but I'm sort of getting used to working teeny weeny with all the stuff on my miniature world. Well, might just do a quick gather and then do that. Okay, so this is applique, and you can see, was it all needle turn applique, and this is why they call it needle turn. Get the needle, turn it in, sort of finger pressed it. As I went. There we go. Yeah, so what else has been happening? I've been watching a lot of the collage quilter on YouTube, and I really love her way of doing it. I actually did a class where I did, you know, the collage thing, and I did irises and stuff. Just come on, turn it over. Yeah, and the way I got taught, that's where you sort of like, you just use that, you know, that seam to whatever, how she does it. She's on YouTube, so you can have a look. Collage quilter, and that's just under that name. Just go and, you know, put it into your YouTube. Yeah, so yeah, just been watching a lot of it lately, and I've got my friend Mel's the Alice in Wonderland, which I want to work on, and I was thinking of maybe doing something like she does it. The way she does it is so good. I went to a class to learn how to do it, and it was a lot harder than her technique. She puts it on what she calls parchment paper, which is grease-proof paper, or baking paper as we call it in Australia, and you know, cuts out her bits and pieces and all that. And I've got the pattern from the piece that Mel has made, excuse me, which is that bunny, and I'll just trace it, and then you stick stuff onto it, because that seam to seam is you know, it's got double-sided sticky, if you know, I mean, if you're a bit lost in what I'm saying, just go and have a look on collage quilter. It's really good. So I thought, oh, I might use that technique when I'm working on Mel's Alice in Wonderland, you know, keyhole thing. So you'll find out more about it next year. I think Corinne's got one too, and she's going to work on hers next year too. And I know that Paula from Craftosaurus in New Zealand has bought one, so she will probably do something with hers next year. I think I remember her saying on her channel. So yeah, I think that's what I said to my friend Mel. I said, I love it, and I know you've been working on it for ages, but it sort of came out at a time when there's just so much going on YouTube that we don't have time to work on it until next year. So, there we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. If not, if you've got it looking on your phone, remember you can just zoom it in and have a look. Try to keep in the same spot. Yeah, so I've got I need to get a bigger mat, so my kids are asking, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, I need one of those big mats, so if you want to get that for me, that'd be great, because I'm not going to work on it till next year anyway. Yeah, so have to be on the lookout for that. And I joined her newsletter, and you can get she gives a free mushroom pattern, so I might practice on that first. And Corinne, in her one of her latest videos where she's showing, you know, and talking about my retreat and the things and bits and pieces, and she said she wants to do another still life. That's at the very end of the photo, because she's got this book on French blooms. And it's funny how, you know, you sort of, things come around and you're thinking, I sort of don't want, it's sort of what I want to do is I want to do one of those collage ones of a beautiful floral thing. So use the collage quilter technique and have a beautiful big bloom, which is sort of a bit like the still life. So when Corinne does her still life, I might do that bloom thing that I was thinking of, because it's sort of around about the same type of thing. I just love the look of those big blooms, and I was thinking, do I paint it? But I thought, I really do love working with textile, so it's more like a you know, textile art. So here I am doing this, and you guys haven't even got, you know, this sort of stuff, but you know, you can be inspired. You could probably do what I think Paula, once again I mentioned Paula, she drew and painted stuff in the background. That looked really good. Okay, we're going to fold it over. It's barely covering. There we go. If you don't piece it, I want a little bit of white. It's getting a little close. There we go. So, yeah, can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, we're rambling on. Okay. Get in there like that. So I could probably stop it here and continue on with what I'm doing, and then sort of show you a little bit more, and then go and film this Christmas tree in my lounge room. I might snip it a little bit so that we can get in a little closer, so we don't have so much white. There we go. You can see the struggle is real, people. Okay. I might do a couple of stitches there to make sure that that stays. There we go. Once again, the scissors are back, making that clanky noise. Okay, here we go. There's a fair bit being tucked underneath there. I'm nearly done. No, once again, I think we need to go snip, bang, bang. Okay, snip and grab. Because it's a fairly lightweight fabric, it is easier to tuck under, which is good. So, then actually do the old nail pincher. There we go, makes it a little easier, and tuck that under. That one really needs to be quite tucked under, and I'm going to have to do a bit of a grab, I think, and do a couple of stitches to make sure that that stays down. There we go. Remove that. So, yeah, what was I yabbering on about? Don't know. Nearly done. A lot of the time you guys just watch this and have it on in the background and do your stitching while I'm, you know, talking away and working on my piece. You can be working on yours or something else entirely different, whatever you're working on. Oh, seriously, it's always the way, you're so close to the end. Okay, well, I may pause, finish it off, and then in the next bit I will show you the tree, and you'll see I'm going to put that piece there and there, stitch around that, and then that's about it. You'll see the finished piece in the thumbnail. Don't need much more, and I'll probably need to do that as well. Okay, there we go. Push it down. And finish it off, determined to finish it. I'm thinking I may get some of the purple and just do a little bit of a border stitch. That might be nice, like maybe do a stem stitch around it, or you know, just something to define it from the stitching that's there. I think that might be a good idea, using the thread. I think that would look nice, or even maybe the green. I don't know, you'll see in the thumbnail. Yeah, so you won't be getting another one of this. The next one that you will see in December is my little my wren. I'm looking forward to doing him. He's so cute. So I'll be getting the paints out for that one, but I'll also be doing quite a bit of stitching. So there you go. I think that looks good. Have that sort of sitting there like that. Put that in, and then we are going to have this, which I'll stitch the same way as that, and I won't do a stitching around it because I don't want it highlighted. I want it to blend in, and that. So, and then I'll just get a yellow or something and stitch on that, and I think we're done for the lavender. So that's good. So more stuff may come along on the top and the bottom once I've got the next pieces in. The bunny will go in here. You know, it'll probably tuck under here, have some of it coming over the top of that. So yeah, the next pieces are slightly bigger, not much, but slightly. Okay, well, I've really enjoyed it, but I love lavender. So and I don't want to, I might even use this colour and, you know, grab that, but I'll just see how I go. I just think it looks really pretty. I'm glad I got a little bit of colour. I think, yeah, maybe using some of that dark, because it won't be real big, and I might just do a stem stitch around just to sort of bring it out a bit. Okay guys, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'm just going to go to my Christmas tree, so I'll just pause and then I'll show you, and I'll see you in the next video. I am back again. I've even made that runner years ago, and these are all my stockings. Oh, there's one of the little Christmas trees. The bird's been moved over, but here's my little pussycat. He's so cute, which is still at the kids' house. So here's the Christmas trees that I made out of the mushroom patterns that I had. I made that little angel, made all these guys. Some of you might remember, just out of old quilt. This was the stocking that I made. Made these. These are out of paper. I think this might have been when I was in my journaling days. So I love this guy. He's so cute. So it's just got a quilt at the back, and then these I made a this is from, like, it's a foam ball, and I just covered it with sort of rickrack and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. And I even made a little it's English paper piecing because it was really thin. I'll pull that down, and I did that on there so I could hold it, flip it back up. And where's my other one? Here it is. My English paper piecing did that one year. I think that was inspired by Emma Jones. She did something similar on her channel. Oh, hang a minute. I'll zoom out so you can have a proper look at the whole lot. Yeah, so I like it. See, that I use this for Easter as well. So, okay guys, well, thank you very much. And these are all made from vintage quilts, which I fixed up. I think I showed you that last year. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.